Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are doing great today. Today we are just taking something as I wrote it here, and it's clear showing here that today we are just taking condition, loop, and arrays. So let's just start from the very beginning. As you know, we just put this. That is the structure of my uh, HTML file with some extra touch like bringing a paragraph to print my output in, and also I have the script to just write my Java syntax in. So let's just start first. We have a var a equal to 10, then b equal to, because I don't need to write each time var, I will just write it this way, then c equal to 5, or let's say 3. Now, first thing, I want us to apply a condition. So the condition, we just took it in Excel and also in Access. I don't need to explain the condition, so I will just use it straight. Here we have if, then let's say if I want to check if A is bigger than B, then do me a favor. Between this quotation, I want us to see the output. Document dot get element by ID. So this document dot get element by ID. Then what I have here, what is the ID that I'm using is 1. So inner HTML equal to I will write here the value of A is bigger than the value of B. Okay, just something normal like this. I want us to show how it is going to be. Then, if not, what I can do, what else I have here? So I said what? I said what else? So, yep, we have something which called else. If not, if it's not like this, so it's going to be something else. So we will just write document dot get element by ID. Then what we have the ID is 1. Inner HTML equal to, in this case, what we will have, the value of A is smaller than the value of B. Simple like this. So I did nothing here. All I just did is just like giving the values. Then if A bigger than B, so write the value of A is bigger than the value of B. If not, so we have to have something else. What is that something else? We just wrote else, and then we get the second option. So let's just see. Refresh. Why it's not showing? Am I opening the right? I guess. Well, yes, you're right. Sorry. It's my mistake. So let's go back here and do a refresh. So now it tells me the value of A is smaller than the value of B. Why? Because when we are looking at this two, we see A is smaller. So let's just make A 30. Control S. So we see it's smaller now. Just let's refresh. Now the value of A is bigger than the value of B. So according to the code, it's just checking this value and checking this condition. If the condition is applied, so it will write the first one. If not, it will go for the second one. So we have something else. We have if, else if, that if we have more than one condition, we will use else. If we have more than two conditions, we will use else if. So now we can use else if here. Because why? We here say else if A is smaller than B, or A is equal to B. So we have three conditions here. Control C, Control V. So here we will say both are equal. Okay, so let's just make this to 30. Control S and do a refresh. Both are equal. So it just check if A is bigger than B, it will write this one for me, or printing this statement. If this is wrong, so it's just going to check the second one, the second option. The second option is saying else if A is smaller than B. So it's checking if A is smaller than B, it will print this statement. If not, it will just go to the third one and check else if A equal to B. So here is just saying this two is equal. So now we understand that it depends on the situation. If you have the data, if it be smaller or bigger, or sometimes we are just using for counting some text or some other things. So the if is working like this. If we have one condition, we will just use if. If we have two conditions, we will use if and else. If we have more than two conditions, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we will use if and else if. Okay, nice and easy. So now let's bring another paragraph. So giving an ID. Second, guys, I think it's better just to have few paragraphs because I'm sure that we will need it. So just like I can just use it later on. This is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, and 14, just to have it. Maybe we will not use all of them, but not just every time going up, doing this copy and paste. So, or let's say writing a new paragraph. So it's gonna make us headache. So I will prefer it this way. Now, we have another sort of condition, which we call it switch case. So what we mean by switch case? Switch case is mean like switching from this case to another case and this case to another case until you will get the value that you are looking for. It's exactly working as an if and also is working as a loop. That's why we just put it in this between the if, the condition, and the loop. So let's just give it a try. So we have switch. What is our condition is just C that we are looking for. So let's just go here. What we have between the bracket or the knotted bracket, we have case. So case one, what is our case here? We will just grab a document, Control C and Control V. So if it be, let's say case one, we can call it ICT. Then what we have break. What does break is doing? It's just stopping the loop here to stop. If it just show that the letter C, the value that we gave it to letter C is 1, so it will just print ICT and it will stop. If not, it just goes to case 2. So let me just Control C. Yes, I will just change it. So let's say we have 4 cases. So this is case 1, case 2, case 3, and then this one is not going to be a case. We call this default. Okay, so I will explain to you what this default is doing. Now I will name this 2 because I want to print it somewhere else to let you know what we have. So this is gonna be English, and this one is gonna be none, and this is gonna be something goes wrong. Control S. So what the switch is doing, switch is just looking at this value that we gave it before. It's 3, yeah? So it just check the value of C. If it be 1, so it will print this one and it will break the loop here and it will stop it. If not, it's just checking case 2. So if it be 2, it will print English and it will break the loop and it will stop it here. If not, it's just going to check the third case. So if it's third case, it will just write none and break the loop. If not, it just writing or let's say printing the default value for you, which is we just said here something wrong, or we can just say default. Control S. So now I'm sure that I gave 3 here. So the print is going to be none because we said ICT, English, and none. So if I by mistake just entered 13, or just because I was so in hurry, I just wrote 33 instead of writing 3. So in this case, it will just telling me something goes wrong. So yeah, also the goes is wrong. So it's fine. This is like typing mistake. So here we see it shows us the default value because none of these are showing, not 1, not 2, not 3. So it just telling me that there's something wrong. So go back and check your data that you entered. So this is really simple and easy and nice. You can just do it whenever and wherever you do. So you can just write the first case and then give it to the other one. What you are just changing this value and these numbers. So there's nothing difficult about this one as well. So now we are just moving to the loop because we said that switch is between loop and condition. Now we are just moving to the loop. So the first one that we are using, you can just say switch is also the first loop here, but I want just to use the for loop here. So how to use the for loop? I just want to use let, let's say let x equal to a blank quotation, and you will know why we are using this blank quotation. Then enter. We have, or I can just give the variable outside of the for, or I can just give it inside. So if I give it the variable as I did it here with the x outside, so it means this is a global variable that I can use it in other places. But if I give it in the loop, so it's going to be a block variable, which is I can just use it for this variable itself. So what I'm doing, I'm just like using it inside. So I will say let I equal to 0, I be smaller than 5, then I plus plus, which is mean increment. So now we are just saying we gave a default value to I. Then we said if I be smaller than 5, so it means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will have 5 values, which starting from 0, it counts 0, and then it will end at 4 because we didn't give equal or greater than or something within like or including 5, so we didn't include it. Then we have the increment. Now what I'm doing, I'm just going here and give the let's say equation, because I have a certain equation here, I plus sorry, x plus, I will say the number is, close it, then plus I want the value of I, again plus, here I want to have a break to just print it in different lines. So it's normal, you can just use it or not. So I just use it because I want to have each of the values in a certain line. And then what I have document dot get element by ID. What is my ID? Here is going to be 3. Inner HTML equal to what I want to print now. Who's telling me what I want to print? Guys, what I want to print? Hello? Yeah, thank you, Mujda. So I'm printing X, Control S. So here, what does this is doing for me? I said, okay, let X equal to a blank bracket. Why? Because I want to have somewhere to print my data in. Then I gave the condition. Within an equation, I just want to have the data, how to be printed. So normally I want just to be increment. Then I want to have some sort of text just to explain what is this value here. And then we want to print I, then go into a new line. So here it's just like doing this from 0 to 5. Control S. Now I'm going back here and refresh. So look at it. It's just telling me that the number is starting from 0 to 4. So if I change this 0 to 3, so what gonna be the output is gonna be 3 and 4. So I have just 2 digits. So let's see. Yes, I have just 2 digits. So if I gave 0, it will count from 0, and each time it's just like adding 1 until it will be less than 5. Then it will stop there. If I change this 5 and I said I want to 7, so it's gonna be till 6 because we have it till 6 because 6 is smaller than 7 and it's bigger than 3, so it will just count it this way. So yes, this is how we are dealing with the for loop. Just like it's a variable that I just want to explain what is this here. So I can just say this is a var. And this is also a var. So simple like this. I just said let because I didn't want to use every time to use var for declaring my variable. No, I just have different things and I will just explain it in a different way. So yeah, here is going to be the same output. So if I said let or if I said var, it's going to be the same. So it's up to you. Now let's use another sort of loop program that we are just taking it, which is the while. So again, I will say let, you can say var, it's up to you. If you have variable, you are just using var. If you have something else, you can just use something else within. For example, we have constant, we have for string, we have other things like Boolean. So yeah, I'm just like using let right now, and you got used to with var. So just use var. So I'm saying let y equal to double blank. And then I can just announce what I have here as a global variable as well, equal to 0. I have j equal to 0. Now what I'm using while. So I will say while j smaller than 5. So start this code. What's the code? Or what's the equation that I want? I will say y plus equal to increment again, equal to, this time I will just bring the BR or the breakdown here, and then the number is like this, plus what I have a J. Okay. So until now, everything is more or less same as for, except the place that I'm putting the I plus plus. So where I put I plus plus here, I will just put it here, J plus plus, like this. Then it comes the print. So I'm just using this. Sorry, these are extra. So what is the, it's 4, I think, yeah. And what we want to print here, we want to print y. So look at it, it is nice and easy. We just have the value of J, and we want just to check if J is smaller than 5, so print it. But where to print it? Print it in Y. And I gave Y a blank bracket because in the very beginning it's just blank. Then slowly, we will fill J one by one until the value of J is going to be smaller than Y. When it's just going to Y, to 5, J is going to be equal to 5. It will just stop there. So let's see. Exactly, I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I said my J is 2, so it will start from 2, 2, 3, 4. That's it. It's not a big deal. It's not that difficult. It's really simple and easy. Now, let's move on and use another sort of while, but this time we will just change the place of the condition with the increment and also the equation. So what we have do. Do what? Do what for me? Before, let's just like declare the variable. We have z equal to, then we have let's say e equal to 0, like this. So now we are just saying do what? Straight, we have to open the bracket and close the bracket. Here in this between, I will say do what? I will say do z plus equal to plus e, like this. Then I will say what I have a br, and the number is. So this is how I want to deal with my equation. And then what I have e plus plus to just incrementally add one by one to the values to the e until e will be, until when we will say while here after the bracket, while e smaller than 3. Okay, so now we will say Control C, Control V, and here is going to be 5, and this will going to be Z, Control X. So it's just like doing this increment. Each time it's just adding one and print it, adding one and print it, because it's just like going here. Look at here, it is still smaller than 3, so it will print it. Then it's going again. Look at here, it's smaller than 3, it's printing. So 0, 1, 2, and then it will stop. So let's see. Did I see this? So what we have 0, 1, 2, because we don't have 3. We said that stop when it's equal to 3, or it's bigger than 3, not equal. So it will just like move on until the value is going to be bigger than 3. That's it. It is so easy. It's so simple. You don't need to be worried about anything. All you need is just like focusing on the data as it is. So yeah, this is how we are dealing with the loop. Now we finished the loop. We are talking about what? We are talking about the arrays. How we are dealing with array and what we have it for array. Array in general is just like a matrix. We have the two types of declaration. The first one that we are just taking it right now, it calls the object one. So the object array is nice and easy. We will say we have a var, or let's say, because we just used var quite a lot, we will start to use a constant. Yes, we have a constant, which is a string. So we will say we have a string array, okay, equal to. Now, to declare an object array, what we have this square bracket. This square bracket is showing that we are adding an array to our code or to our website. So here is the way that I will declare it. So because I said it's a string array and I said this is a constant, so what I have to do, I have to use quotes, single quote or double quote, it's up to you. So the first one is going to be you, they, and them. Something like this, Control S. And if I want to print this, nice and easy, I will just print it this way. Here is going to be 6. And instead of Y, what I want to print, I want to print this guy. So I will just write string array like this, Control S. So now I have to find the array that I just declare it here and be printed like this. As well as I can just write here string array, Control S. So if we are going back here, what we will see, string array is you, they, and them. Now I can just have a var or a numeric array. Numeric array, I can just do it the same way. I have 1, 2, 3. This is a numeric array, and I can just print it. This is going to be 7. And here, what we have numeric array. And here is like numeric array as we wrote it there. Control S. And refresh. Okay. Let's see. This is too close to each other. Yeah. Now, look at it here. It's just a numeric array is in 1, 2, 3. So I can just like use, I don't need to just write again, var, I can just use a mixed array like this. It's gonna be where? Okay, sorry. It's my mistake. Yeah. So if for mix, I have, I can just do it this way. And then I can just say 1.5 which is a decimal value, and I can add Boolean true. Okay, I can just have it something like this, and then I want to print it. So here I will just write mixed array, Control S, and I will have it. What? Change it to 8 because it's just printed here. I just don't want. So now what I have 1, and then again 1 in numeric and 1 in text, and I have 1.5 and I have true. So I can just do it this way without any problem. So if I want to just print one value in my array, it's super easy, because as we know that the array is also have index, it start from 0, 1, 2. So here is 0, 1, 2, 3. So I can just come here and decide which one I want just to print. So I will just open the bracket of an array and I will just give the index. So I'm sure that this is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. So if I want to just print, let's say true, so I know that it's going to be 3. You are not counting 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you are just counting 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I wrote 3, it's going to be showing me the true only. Let's see. So I see now it's just like showing me true, because I just said I want the index of the third. I want just to print the third index. That's why it's just showing me here only true. So you can just pick the index, which is starting from 0 to the last number, which is there in array. Now, what I'm doing, I just want to use another method of array. This was an objective way. Do not forget this, because if in exam I just asked you to use objective object array, you have to use this way. But if I ask you just like make an array for the following, so you are free, you can just use the objective array or you can just use new method. So now I'm just using the new method. Let a equal to new array. And what I have this sort of bracket, which is a circle bracket. I can give value here, for example, 1, 2, and 3, like this. And if I want to print it, it's going to be nice and easy. This is 9. And here I just want to print A, because we have A, Control S. And we are just doing refresh. What's missing here? Let's just use var. Okay. Document would get named by ID. Inner HTML. A. This array. Control S. Well, yes. Now I have what, because I just forgot to tell you, this one is going to be declared as a variable. We cannot use let here. That's why it was not letting me to declare my or to print my values in the script. So as you see here, I have 1, 2, 3. This is another method that we have it to create an array. This one, where is it? Yeah, it's here. So we can just use this method, or we can just use the object method. This is the new method, and this is the object method to create an array. Well, here I can just give values in a different way. Okay, just let's make another one. We have the var and b equal to new array. We have a blank one. And now I can just add the values for my array. How to add the value? We have b, then using the object equal to, so the first and the second and the third. So this is going to be index 0, index 1, index 2. And here I can just say 10, true, and 2.5. And I can just print it. It's going to be B, and this is going to be 10. Okay. Control S. I can just print this value as I did it here without any problem. Refresh. So I have 10, true, and 2.5. I can here just say I just want to print value of one index, which is, let's say 0. Now the value of 0 is 1, because we just said I want just to print one value. So I have just one value here without any problem and without any issue. This is the way that we are just doing this sort of array. So now we have something else, which is called the length of my array. How to get the length of my array? Again, nice and easy. We have var AB. Let's say ABC. Let's have D equal to new array. By the way, do not write it like this because it's wrong. You have to have this first letter capital. Okay. And let's say I have 1001, 2002, 3003. Let's say I have this. I want to know the length of my array. So what's the length of my array? It's nice and easy. We will say d len for the length. It is equal to d point length. Like this. So if I want to print this one, nice and easy, I will print d len to show me the length of my array. It's going to be 11, Control S. So what you guessing for the length of my array? Do you have any idea what is the length of my array, guys? So how it counted? 1, 2, 3. So we have the length of this array is equal to 3. Let's do it. Control S. and refresh. So yeah, the length is 3 because we said we just gave 3 values, so the length is 3. Now, if I want, sorry. Now, if I want to go deeper here, what I can do, I can just add some other simple things here. Okay, just let's say let f is equal to an UL, okay, and counted list, we have an ordered list or an ordered list. Then here we are using the for to just say that let we say have G equal to 0, G smaller than D len, this the length that we just brought it here, then G plus plus. Then what we have here, we have F plus equal to my list plus what I have D for G. This D is mean the array, and this G for counting according to the array length. So that's why we said if G is less than the array length. So now we have the array length, and then plus we need to close our list after we add the data. Now, what is coming? It comes to the point that we want F plus equal to closing the UL or an ordered list. I have to close it because I don't want to have it open and have extra data. And now I'm just going to print it like this. So here, what I have first an array, which is called D. Then this array contains 3 values. So the length of it is just 3. Then we just brought an UL to print our data in. So we just brought a for to just go and do the loop for me and print one by one these data that I just put it into my array. And later on, we just like have value incrementally. It's just adding the list items. The first one, it will just add it, and then coming here, see, it's just like less than length, so it will print it, and then checking the second one is just less than the length, so it will print it, and then the third one, and so on. So when it shows that it's just like finished, so what it do, it just like close the list for me. So let's go here and check what I did wrong. I have new.
Should the G be smaller than F?
Oh no, it's fine. Here we have the date, the length. Here we have the UL that we open it. Then we have the 4. Inside the 4, we have
Oh, the quotation for LI when you close the tab before the sum.
oh yes, you're right. Thank you, Mausa. So now I have 100, 1001, 2002, and 3003. So nice and easy. I can just combine all what we got in one script or in one line without any problem, and you won't have any issue with it. Nice and easy. So I will just let you now to practice with Momustab now. So today is the last day for JS. Then from Sunday, we will take something else in web develop. So we just finished coding. So be prepared for Sunday's exam. It's going to be all the things that we took it till now. And wish you best of luck. Thank you for your participation and continue with Mama Stabnad. Thank you again. Bye-bye.